Hello, hello. What's good, accountants and later? It's me, Shanita Jones, CPA, and I'm here to talk to y'all today. So, last night I was laying in bed and I was thinking about marketing. I was thinking about marketing as I often do. It's one of my favorite things to think about. And I was thinking about my upcoming training, Close the Deal on Your Lunch Break. I hope y'all are there. And I realized that we are really kind of missing one whole food kit, right? So let's dig in. So I'm going to go ahead and invite our friends because I think today is going to be a really good analogy of what I have to share with you. And I really hope that I'm going to bless some people. So, on the upcoming training, I'm going to teach y'all some sales strategies, and it's called Close the Deal on Your Lunch Break. So, it's called Close the Deal on Your Lunch Break because in my lunch break room, that is actually where I used to strategize how I was going to build my firm. And then I thought about it. Everything about marketing reminds me of food, or maybe is that everything about food and eating reminds me of marketing. So I began to wonder, how many times have we starved our audience? Are you out here starving your audience? Hey, Kim, if you're just joining us, do me a favor and say, hey. If you're catching this on a replay, give me a hashtag replay. And if you live, give me a hashtag team live as well. I want to hear from you and I want to talk to you. And no judgment here. We are going to get better today. So I want y'all to really chime in and tell me the truth about how you're feeling and how you're living. So, my question is, why are you out here starving your audience? So, audience is a living, breathing being, whether you believe it or not. They are people, okay? And your business is a living, breathing. I think about the Mike Michalowicz book where he said that his business was an angry, hungry monster. And honestly, that in part helped inspire my message today. So some of us wonder why our businesses are suffering and our businesses are stagnant and not growing. Well, I tell you guys, because you're not feeding it. You're not feeding it enough leads. You're not feeding it enough sales. You're not feeding it enough clients. And the reason why you're not able to feed your business is because maybe you're like Deepa and you're admitting that you're starving your audience. Well, that stops today, right? So when you starve something, when living things don't eat, what happens to them? They begin to be malnutrition. They don't just die at first. They begin to be malnutrition. So they begin to be not malnutrition because they don't have enough nutrients, right? They don't have what it takes for them to grow. And before they shrivel up and die and wither away, they become malnutrition. But what happens is we lie to ourselves. We tell ourselves that we're going to show up once a week and we're going to hire somebody to do these 3 posts that nobody cares about. And the posts that we give people or the things that we do online, they are flavorless. They are bland. Can somebody type bland in the comment box? And what I mean by bland is that it has no flavor. Okay. Your people don't care about how fast you can reconcile bank accounts. Your people don't care if they file a 1040 EZ. I know we ain't doing them no more. Or if we file an 1120S. Half of them don't even know that a LLC is not an actual legal tax return. So, what I want to say to you is that stop being bland. Being bland is sometimes worse than not feeding the people at all. And we're bland when we run around looking and sounding and acting like everybody else. You got your own flavor, your own seasoning. I'm gonna need for you to sprinkle that on your audience, okay? Stop having your business be malnutrition because you're not feeding it the lead flow that it needs and feeding it the cells and the cash interjection that it needs in order for you to run. But what we do is, after we do this bland stuff, we do it every once in a while. And if you've ever studied weight loss, you know that your body goes into something called ketosis, right? Y'all know what ketosis is? Ketosis, from my limited understanding of all things healthy, is when your body thinks that it's not going to get food. So it goes into a shutdown mode. And when it goes into the shutdown mode, it begins to hold on to what it got because it don't know when it's getting anything else. But let me tell you what happens to your audience in your business when you go into ketosis. Your audience forgets about you. Okay, they just go attach and hold on to something else. But your business, when you go into ketosis, your business actually begins to hold on to resources. And it tells you, I don't have time to market over here because I got to do all this work. And I got to do all this work because I don't have anybody to help me. And I don't have anybody to help me because I have no money to pay. and I have no money to pay them because I have no leads. And I have no leads because I'm starving my audience. See how it all goes back? So what we do is we tend to give it little breadcrumbs here and there. We give little samples. We give it a little taste. You know how you cooking up some spaghetti sauce and you take a little sample, take a little taste, and you might have been hungry, but then when you taste a little bit of food, it kills the hunger, it spoils your appetite, right? It spoils your appetite. So once it begins to spoil your appetite, when it's time for you to really eat, you can't eat. What are you saying, Shanita? When you put out these little small teasers and you start and then you stop being consistent and then you go away and then you hide under a rock, now you're embarrassed and scared and ashamed to go posting it because you started it back in 1999. We're not going to talk about that, right? So now, because you've given it these little samples, they wore off and your audience is hungry again. But I told you in the beginning that your audience is a living, breathing thing. I don't know why I can't say breathing today. Your audience is a living, breathing being. And living, breathing beings have natural instinct. That survival instinct tells me that if I'm not getting what I need here to survive and thrive, I need to migrate. And where they migrate to? Can anybody, Sarita, Deepa, Judy, Kim, can anybody tell me where you think your people are migrating to and to find nutrition because you ain't feeding them? Because we ain't feeding them. Where do you think they're going? Where do you think they're going? I tell you where they're going. They're going down the timeline to someone else. Hey, Pregnish, that's where they're going. And you know why they're doing that? And it's not even that they're greedy. It's just that they're hungry. They're hungry because the little samples that you've given them, it doesn't have enough substance to sustain them. People need you. People's businesses are starving because you won't show up for them. There are single moms and single dads, families that need jobs, but they can't get jobs because you ain't offering them none because you're not feeding your business and your business feeds other people. Don't be selfish. So they need that food. They need fiber. And you know what fiber is? Feeding your people aids with digestion. So when you put your message out there, people can begin to digest your message and absorb your message. You're so busy worrying about people soaking up your content, but you forgot all about the people that's going to absorb your message. You forgot because you see all these ads from people. You don't have to post on social media. You don't have to go live. You don't have to do emails. Well, what is it that you think you have to do? You don't want to run Facebook ads because somebody says you don't have to run Facebook ads. You don't want to go live because somebody said you don't have to go live. You don't want to make posts. You don't want to do anything, but you sit and wonder why your business is hungry. Even the Bible said if a man don't work, he don't eat. And when I say men, I mean men and women, okay? So I ain't making this up. I wasn't here 2000 something years ago when that was written. It was written. I ain't write it. But it's good. So today, if you're catching us on a replay or just tuning in, hello, say hey. Thank you all for joining me. And I want to ask you, are you starving your audience? So I got something to tip for you. I ain't just coming to beat you up. I came to build you up. And I came to let you know, and I learned this from a marketer. Her name is Mon Ray. I think her hashtag is marketing from Mon Ray. And I heard her speak, or maybe she sent one of her infuriating texts. And she said, you feed your body 3 times a day. Why don't you feed your audience 3 times a day? So some of y'all think, oh my God, I can't be posting on social media 3 times a day. I'm so important with no clients, mind you. I'm so important. I can't be doing that, right? That's what we're saying. But yet and still, you want to eat. You want your firm to grow, but you don't want to feed your firm. You want to put it in the hands to chance to everybody else. Or you want to say, well, I ate before and it wasn't good, so I'm not going to eat again. In the natural sense, if you go to a restaurant and you eat food and that food is bad, are you never going to set foot in another restaurant again? Or are you going to get more reviews next time? Are you going to maybe get a sample next time? But you're not going to starve because you ate one bad plate of food. At least I don't think you are, right? Come on. So if you know that your business is hungry and you know that you are starving your audience, or maybe you don't even have an audience yet. Maybe tomorrow I'll go, maybe tomorrow I really go to church, Sarita, and maybe tomorrow I'll talk about cultivation. I'm always talking about farming stuff, and I'm a city girl. But anyway, if you notice is the case, get into a habit of it. One of the things the doctors teach us, and I have a lot of families that are diabetic, and they teach you that they want you to eat at regular intervals so that you can keep your blood sugar steady and level. Eat at regular intervals. Your people need to know when they can hear from you again. Because if you don't feed your business is going to go into ketosis. And if your business goes into ketosis, you're going to have to hold on to everything you got. And while you're so busy holding on to the little that you have while it's slipping away, you don't have anything else to replace it. And you don't have any room to receive anything else because your hand is shut so tight because you sent your business into ketosis. So if you're under the sound of my voice, don't leave here today without agreeing to feed your business. Now, maybe it's been a long time since you fed your business, and maybe you're feeling bad. Don't feel bad. We all go through our periods because it is not too late. You can start whipping something. That's why today I gave y'all breakfast, I gave y'all snack, I gave you your lunch, and y'all see dinner and all that. It's a couple more posts that I got coming for you. Guess what? I've already written the post. I wrote the post in my bed. I was seriously in my bed on my cell phone, and the word dropped in my spirit that you are starving your audience. You need to feed your people so they can feed their people, so that they can feed their business, so they can feed their family. I don't make this stuff up. I get like downloads. So I was laying in my bed and I was like, "Oh, that's a good idea." Yeah. So I gave y'all a post. Go back in this group. Find the post from earlier today. And I want you to post about breakfast. Under the comments, I said something about lunch. I gave y'all a snack. I gave y'all some dinner. Dinner gonna be kind of heavy. Warning, dinner is going to be heavy. Dinner be served up around 8 o'clock. So feed your business. Don't listen to people making millions of dollars telling you that you don't have to do all the things. If you're trying to get to your first six figures, if you're trying to get to your first seven figures, maybe you're just trying to have a 5-figure month. Maybe you're trying to hit your first $10,000 month. You need to do all the things. You need to do all the things and then some. The people telling you that you don't have to do the things, they have audiences that are huge, or they have advertising budgets and advertising teams. So they may not be doing all the things they're telling you you don't have to do, but those things are being done. They may not be in the kitchen slaving over top of a hot stove, but the meal is being served up. And I can tell you where another meal is being served up. It's being served up in the break room. The break room is my program that I'm releasing for accountants, bookkeepers, and tax pros to show you how to get more of the right clients faster. This is my organic traffic page. This is where you take what you got and you use it to get what you need to feed your business. If you are interested in the break room and learning more about the break room, you can put your questions here below, or you can type the word break room, and myself or somebody on my team will get back to you and we'll give you the answers. Now, we have something special for the people for the first, I think I want to say five because I wanted to be nice and intimate. But the first five people that sign up for the break room, you are going to be invited to a break room breakthrough session with me, yours truly, where I'm going to be serving up all the tea and some heavier meat too, some meat and some potatoes, and I sprinkle on some dessert to tell you what you need to do to be able to get a kickstart and get some goal setting set up in your firm so that you can stop starving your audience. I know why you're starving your audience. You're starving your audience because you don't have the recipe for success. You're starving your audience because you don't understand what to say. And somebody told you once upon a time ago, when you don't know what to say, don't say anything. Y'all think I knew what I was gonna say when I came up here today? I had my remarkable this ain't the page. That's the whole book. I had my remarkable, I had a few notes scribbled that I wanted to talk about. That was it. Because I knew what I wanted to say. And guess what? Y'all good audience. So who has questions? Who has questions? Who has questions about the recipe? Who has questions about the break room? It's a membership. It is a membership. Is this YouTube? It is a membership for accountants. It is a monthly membership. There is no ending. You can stay there as long as you like. Each month, we're going to go through a different phase in what you need to do to get your marketing campaign set up and on track so that you have the recipe. But you're not using the recipe using just my, I'm giving you the ingredients, but it's your recipe, it's your business. This is not that cookie cutter crap that you see everybody running around doing. This is not an instant meal. This is a hearty home cooked meal served up by you in the break room. And I'm just going to help you. I'm just the executive chef in the break room. So if you're interested in learning more and you want to participate, you know you've been starving your business. You've been starving your business because you don't have accountability. You know you need the community. You know you need the strategy. You know what the tactics are. You know you have to do the things, but you don't know how to strategically do the things. So what do? You don't know what to do. You don't do anything, and you starve. And we can't afford to starve. Okay. I'm not going to get into telling us why we can't afford to starve or what the economic situation looks like. I'm not an economist, but I am a realist. So the break room was created because when I launched my signature program, my flagship offer, Accountants Unleaded members only, there were some people that really wanted to work with me, but it just wasn't the right time for them to join my main program. And my main program, that's where we do paid traffic. That's where I teach funnels. That's where I teach ads. In the break room, we get it from the muscle. We're doing organic activities. And I do teach you what I like to call baby beginner ads. Those are $5 a day ads, and those ads raise awareness to help establish you as an expert. We also get to messaging. How do you go into these places and communicate who you are, what you do, and who you serve, and how dope you are without getting kicked out, blocked, and spammed? Or better yet, how do you make people come into your inbox and ask, what does it look like, and how do they get to work for you? Drop break room in the comments. That's what we do in the break. Okay, so I'm gonna go now because we actually have class tonight, and I'm so excited about it. But if you catch this on a replay, do let me know that you've seen it. If you're watching this live, can I get a hashtag team live? And don't forget to eat your dinner tonight. I have prepared a dinner for you. If you go back and you look in the Facebook group, you will see Thursday truths. And then I broke it down to you. I gave you one this morning for breakfast. I gave you one for lunch. I gave you one for dinner. I gave you a snack. And I think I might have even put in a late night snack. So I'm over and out. I hope you all are feeling well nourished today. And it was my dear intention to give you food for thought. See you later.